Alright everyone, what's good? It is Voldashi here, back with another Breaker's Guide. We're gonna do some Survivor. We're gonna do some Survivor stuff here. Now I'm gonna try to avoid going over like stuff I've already talked about in my like major tips vid that I released. Put a little picture of the thumbnail on the screen. Be sure to check that out, by the way. If you're looking for just full on basic tips on both Survivor and Raider. But for this, the big one that I've been reading in the comments of the videos is a lot of people are struggling with getting away from the Raider, right? Like, the major thing is to have a good skill set. Now, I am going to recommend some skills for you all to use. You don't have to pick exactly what I tell you, and you can mix and match them. There's no like de facto you must run this. Like there's no real like meta per se, right? Like, you know, play what you want, have fun. That's my little disclaimer I'm gonna put out there. With that said though, I will highly recommend some stuff. This is my build that I've been running with. I'm still experimenting, but this is what I've been comfortable with for the most part, as you can see on the left there. Right off the bat, this skill right here, grappling device, you get it for free, have it at the start of the game. This is one of your best tools. Because if you don't notice, look at that range. You can go pretty far with this. I'm terrible at aiming with the analog stick, excuse me. But yeah, like watch this. See how far I went? And I'm in practice mode right now, and I have short cooldowns enabled. But by default, this is like a 1 minute cooldown. You can't put points into it. A lot of the non-spirit siphon stuff you can't put points in. Aside from like Long and Bulma skills. But still 1 minute cooldown, not bad. And this is your tool. This is like, if you're gonna run anything, highly recommend grapple device. That is one that I can highly recommend. Just because the versatility of it. Now obviously, you can use your grapple device, go around, make it easier to go plant keys, pick up what you need to. And you can do that, obviously. But I would recommend you keep your grapple device purely for escapes. Like, if you can, find another way to get to like those high elevated places that you need to go. With that, another thing I'm running, wall kick, which you jump up walls pretty much. And you get that if you pre-order the game. It's the Android 18 transfer. I don't know if it's in the Spirit Siphon. I haven't pulled an Android 18 in that. So I don't know if there's a way to get it for people who haven't pre-ordered. But those who did pre-order, skill is amazing for that, for climbing up. But back to grapple device though. So let's go to show how well you can get away. And I'm just gonna go ahead and juice up to 3. Just so we have all the time we need. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna run in and we're gonna pick a fight with Cell here. Say you're in here getting fucked up. You can do this. Mid-fight, combined with Dragon Change, you can get a lot of distance. Right, so highly recommend.
Holy hell!
Like watch this. They have to cover so much distance to get to me. Now, granted, you won't be able to do all this because I'm on reduced cooldowns because practice mode. But you can see how he has to like pretty much chase me down for quite a bit. And the device Pretty fast. It's pretty fast. You can double tap it on the D-pad too to go, or you can just press it with square. You see? So if you're struggling to get away, I said it a million times already. Grapple device, grapple device. Make sure you have grapple device on. Like that. Look at that. I just barely dodged that special beam cannon.
Holy hell.
Look, he's still chasing. But you can see, even the AI is struggling to keep up with me. With the distance you can gain off this is wild. And with that said, I don't have it equipped right now. If you combine this with something like the little trampoline skill, which you start with, you can do so much. So I don't have it equipped right now, but I can. But let's kind of simulate it, right? So say this is the height you'll get with like a trampoline. Say you get up really high, gives you a way, like just getting high up gives you a bird's eye view of the map, and then you can just pretty much cling to anything. Now, obviously, it needs to be ground, wall, or something you can touch. Like water, not gonna be able to do it. So grab like a ground or a cliff or a building, you're golden. Let me go ahead and talk about my personal favorite. So starting out, you have access to Bulma, and you have access to a skill of hers, and that's Bulma's scooter. For the exact names, like single-use capsule, whatever. This is one of the best damn skills in the game, in my opinion. So, to use it, you have to be Bulma. But if you level it up to +10 with the fighting spirits at the training dojo, at the time chamber, at the lobby, you can use it without having to be Bulma. You use it, and you get a little scooter, and it functions just like any other vehicle. But with the plus side, you get a boost. So you can drive like normal, do all the other, you jump, you do all the other vehicle stuff. If you press, and on DualShock it'll be circle, and the equivalent on any other controller, you get a boost. You hold it down and you just boost. Now, you're probably wondering if you do use this skill already. Well, Zashi, how you going so fast? Well, there's a passive that you can get from the Krillin transfer. That's Expert Driver. I don't know if any other characters also have it, but I got mine from Krillin. I suppose it's a reference to him driving his little police scooter in Super. But Expert Driver, passive you put on, it increases your speed on vehicles, and that applies to basic little like vehicles you'll find out in the world, like these over here. So it'll apply to that too. There's also one for jump. You can run that too if you want. If you like, but it's mainly for like if you ever get stuck down in a pit, like over there on A on this map, to help you get out. But if you run the scooter with that speed boost one, look how fast we can go. Let me see if I can try to like bait sell here. I might. But I can vouch that I really love this combination, and it's helped me out so much. I've also been on the other side where I played Raider, and I've fought someone who has this combination, and it is hard to hit them. If the Raider is relying on lock on and key blast, you're gonna outspeed those key blasts. If they're like tagging along behind you shooting key blasts, you're gonna outspeed them shits. Well, let's pay Cell a visit.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Look, he can barely even keep up just flying. Oh, he's gonna do some blast my way. Look at that, I outsped the solar flare. Look at that. I'm old speed demon. Now I want to preface. I did max out the passive. This is the scooter with plus 20 in expert driver. This is how fast you can go. It is crazy. So really recommend, as soon as you start hearing heartbeats and you have this equipped, just pop it out. Start speeding. Start relocating. Give this man the slip. Start driving. Take some like tunnels. Take some little like stuff you can like swerve through. It's a little hard to steer going this fast, but just get used to it. Practice a bit. Maybe like go in practice mode, drive around the map, do some laps, find some routes. But I highly recommend this for, in general, just getting away from the raider. And on top of that, it's a short cooldown. I plus 10'd it. It's at like 57 seconds right now. I could most likely get it down to it's pretty much under a minute, right? Pretty much under a minute for it. Now the cooldown doesn't start until you get off the bike or the bike gets destroyed. See, that's when the cooldown starts. So when you're on it, make sure you get some good use out of it. Now, if you want to pick up anything or interact with anything, have to get off of it, which sucks, but that's honestly the only thing keeping it balanced. Let's be real. Now this is the speed on a regular car with the expert driver. Still pretty fast. Obviously, I don't have the boost, but you're not exactly gonna outspeed a lot of the Raider stuff on the basic car. Still though, it's good for getting around.
Oh man.
With that passive. Other thing you can do with the scooter, get up here. Give me a little radar here. Now this isn't an escaping thing, but it's a general gameplay thing. With this build of running Bulma scooter and expert driver, go around, go about your business, collect things, collect your Dragon Balls, collect your keys, hunt for power. Like, do what you need to do, because you can keep this radar up while you're moving. You can't boost. You have to put the radar away to boost. I mean, it automatically puts it away. But yeah, I highly recommend this combination. I'm gonna try not to sound like a broken record in that regard, but this has been doing a lot for me. Been doing a lot of favor, even with not with like escaping, even just getting around. Mobility is huge for a survivor, and as a survivor, you want to do things as fast as possible. You want to outspeed the raider when it comes to pretty much everything. Now onto my other skills I use.
Here comes a pain.
Let's pull up on Cell. This time we're gonna get a little aggro. Let's say I get jumped by Cell, or we're fighting. Okay, he was dodging that one, so that one. Solar Flare stuns him. You got all the time to get away or to fight back. What you can do with this, Solar Flare, wait a little bit while he's stunned, follow up. You want to get the most out of your Solar Flare? Hold on. Me.
Here comes a pain.
Right. So you want to get the most out of this? Hit it. Wait a few seconds while he's in the stun. Follow up, get more stun on him. It's gonna take a bit of time to know like how much time you can get out of that, but you can buy a lot of time like that, especially when stalling for the super time machine. Okay, so we get it. Okay, so you're mad at me because I solar flared you so many times. All right, and this applies with the shoe too. It applies with any stun.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Here comes a pain.
Right? Wait for the sting. Follow up. So this, do that, I can run away. Oh. Take a little stray there, but Any type of like crowd control. Okay, well, if he's gonna solar flare me, I'm just screwed. And that flying, a thing ran out. I go over here, right? Dude, you're getting the gist of what you can do. Also, make sure when the raider's chasing you, when the ki blasts start coming out, start rolling. If you can consistently keep rolling while ki blasts are raining behind you, you'll dodge them a good percent of the time. Keep your camera on the raider. If they come in for a melee, this is when your Dark Souls skills comes in. This is when your Elden Ring Dark Souls skills. As soon as they come in for a melee, roll. If you roll as soon as they come in for the punch, you will dodge out the way. You will not take damage. Like I said, if you time it right, it's pretty much like a Dark Souls roll with the iframe on it. So thanks to Master, and again, I recommend going into training mode, play around on the map, get used to grappling, get used to dodge rolling the raider. If you die in practice mode, you just respawn immediately, so don't worry. So get used to dodging.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
Let's see if we can. It's not really a good place to. Oh, I'm already fucking up. Alright, I already died there. That was not a good spot to be in, but you see I instantly revived it in practice mode.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
What we want to do is... Come on, come melee me, bro. Okay. Supers you're gonna have trouble with. Supers you gotta have a little finesse for. Like that, okay. Use cover. Use distance for that. Timing. Timing's key. Treat this game like Dark Souls. Treat this game like Elden Ring. Alright, he had a little wind up on that, but you gotta learn that wind up. I don't think the bot's gonna melee me though. Again, I didn't account for the wind up there, but you get what I'm getting at here. Ow. Okay, he meleeed me there. All right, but I'll have like a clip of me.
Oh man.
I have a clip of me dodging melees. Oh fuck, bro, chill out. Grow up, bro. Grow up, bro. Hey, oh. What's good? What's good? What's good? What you got? What you got, Sil? Hey, what you got? So going over stuns again one more last time. Brilliant shoe. The skill shot. It goes forward. It's a projectile. If it gets hit by a ki blast, it's destroyed. Goes forward. If it connects with the radar, it stuns them.
Welcome.
Solar flare.
Solar flare.
Little AoE around you, like melee range AoE.
Solar flare.
Stuns them if it gets them. Charm, which I don't have equipped. Basically a constant AoE around you while it's going. If they run into it, they're charmed. Right? So make use of those. Like I said, this is personally the build I run with. 2 mobility options, 2 CC options. Pretty balanced. You can mix and match, do whatever you need to. If you find yourself fiending for both, there's always Kaioken. Kaioken, when it's not locked on, will send you forward in a direction like the grapple hook, except you don't need to connect with anything. Has a little bit of a startup, but you just go straight forward and you can get a lot of distance. If you're locked onto the raider, you go straight for the raider, and if you connect, you like punch them and it kind of stuns them a little bit, which can really fuck them up. Now, unfortunately, that's like the one skill I still need, and the gacha will not bless me with it, so I can't really showcase it. But it is a good option. I don't know if it's still bugged like it was in the beta. I think they might have fixed that, because I've seen a lot of people use it and seen a lot of success with it, and I've been hit by it a lot of times as raider. Another big one that you also start with And again, all those starting ones are actually really good. You can't upgrade them, which sucks, but they're really good on their own. And that's Smokescreen. Smokescreen disables the raider's target on you for quite a decent amount of time. So if you really need to get away from the raider, a great combo starting out, the 3 skills you start with: trampoline, smoke bomb, grapple device. Set up a trampoline, smoke bomb yourself, set up a trampoline, hit that shit, get tons of air, grapple to the farthest thing you can reach. Great combination. The game starts you with it. Practice with it, and make sure you do it before the raider initiates on you completely. That's the thing I feel like a lot of people aren't really getting the hang of, is that they're using their stuff as when they're under fire. If the raider hits you when you're using anything, you're gonna get knocked out of it. It's gonna go on cooldown and you wasted it. So like the grapple, right? If he hits me before I fully go to my location, I wasted the grapple, I took damage, and I'm probably gonna plummet down, right? And that's a big thing with like solar flare and shoe. Like a lot of these CC moves, that little wind up, at like 1.5 seconds where I'm like winding up the solar flare. He hits me during that, it goes on cooldown, he doesn't get flared, and I'm looking stupid. So make sure you use your stuff early. If you're gonna do the crowd control stuff like shoe or flare, make sure you get the drop on him, right? Like, and a way for that, you're hiding in here, and you know he's about to pull in as soon as he comes in. Do that shit, transform, get the fuck out of there. Now, obviously, if you're in combat, you won't do that little stance that I had to do there. If you do that in GTFO, get your distance, you're out, baby. Alright, what's up everyone, it's Vozashi. After recording the video, I realized afterwards one other major skill that you should definitely try out: trap device. Trap device is a really good skill if you know how to set it up, and it can really catch you slipping. It can catch the raider in a big stun in a lot of situations. Simple as that. Make sure you're utilizing your dragon change to get out. If you're not all jumping the raider at once, or the super time, or you're not like fighting for the super time machine, use dragon change to run. And I know Alright. I know, big Dragon Ball game, everyone wants to fight, play Dragon Ball. Remember, we are mere earthlings fighting for our fucking lives. In the old betas, you could fight the raider one-on-one. It's not like that anymore. And honestly, probably for the best. It sucks, I know. I used to love being able to jump the raider 1v1. But you have to use teamwork if you're going to fight the raider. If your group insists on fighting, fight together or fight back to back, right? As soon as one person's change runs out, the other one comes in, or you all jump in at once with meaningful levels, of course. Stop trying to 1v1 the raider. You're never going to do it. You are never going to do it if they're full health. If they're like half and under, you can do it, right? It's possible. If they're like full or like this, you're not gonna 1v1 them. You're just, unless they're complete trash, you're just not gonna do it. You're not that guy. With that said though, these two vending machines are your best friends. Charge medium and cooldown drink, especially cooldown drink. use the money you get from that you loot and that you get from destroying stuff. Buy energy, buy cooldown drink, which leads me to my next recommended passive that I've started to use recently, and a lot of people have been recommending. VIP. You get it from a Yamcha transfer, and basically it reduces the cost of everything at vending machines. So initially it's a 25% reduction. With points in it, you can get it up to like over 30%. So mine right now, I think is at least at 10.
Welcome. Welcome.
Cooldown drinks for me, 2,800. I'm full on energy, but I remember these.
Welcome.
1,400. 1,400 zenny for a cube. That's cheap.
Welcome.
Now, remember, it's zenny that you find on the ground and that you destroy, like this stuff. It's not your actual like. It's not your actual like money from buying like clothes and shit. Like it's the in-game zenny, not the stuff you buy clothes with. So don't fret. You can still get your funny little Goku key. You can still get your funny little keychains, pants, whatever. It's not that money. The in-game money. These gold bars and the coins that come out of the destructible stuff, you know. So spend it as you get it. Cooldown drink and cubes. Only get a rocket if you're trying to do some shenanigans for stalling Cell at the or stalling the Raider at the Super Time Machine, or trying to knock the Dragon Balls out of them. So one more tip to give. One more little survival tip. Utilize your crouch button. This button here, clicking the stick in on DualShock, right stick, crouch, right? What this does, it reduces the range in which the Raider can lock onto you. Now, obviously, if they're on top of you, it's not gonna do shit. But from far away out there, it's gonna take them. Crouching takes them. They have to get closer to pretty much lock onto them, right? Same with like hugging the wall. Get used to doing this. Now, obviously, if they key track you, like on Cell or Super Boo, well, they got you. They see you, right? As far as I know, there's no real way to really avoid key track. But they don't have it, or if it's down, crouching, hanging on walls, gonna be the bread and butter for not getting you know, the lock on. Also, you hear it, makes your footsteps a little quieter. You go from these fucking stompers, little slides, little. And when you're on the wall, can't move. But it's also good for reducing your visibility. Because most of the time, a Raider, just when they're gonna fly by these caves, they're just gonna take a quick peek with their eyeballs. They're usually not gonna come in here unless they have a reason to. Most of the time, they're just gonna like look in. They're not gonna check these sides a lot of the time. Waste of time for them. Unless they know you're in here. Which is why hugging that wall, really helpful. Right, so get used to that. Treat this like a survival horror game, which essentially it is. I think a lot of people are too busy treating it more like a Dragon Ball game than an asymmetrical survival horror game. Which, yeah, we got that Dragon Ball coding, and we do have, you know, stuff like this, which is cool and all. But remember, at the end of the day, we are mere Earthlings. We are mere humans. That is a big, bad, powerful alien Our strength is in numbers and being smart. And with that being smart, rushing our tools to of advantage. Rush the keys. The faster you get the keys, the harder time the raider has. If you can get the super time machine running while they're still in first or second form, you have a lot of leeway. Because a lot of raiders first and second forms aren't their best. 3 and up is when it starts to get troublesome. But once you get this ticking time bomb running, the super time machine, once you get that up and running, the raider's gonna struggle. The raider has a lot on their plate. It's a lot for them to do. When they got to worry about that, they got to worry about the possibility of you summoning Shinron, and then you want to go in there, and while they're struggling here, start beating their ass, start getting in there, blow for blow. You and some homies just laying the smack down. If you don't got your energy up, try to get in there and help the machine go faster. Make the raider sweat. Make them panic. Don't let them have free reign of the match. That is the biggest thing I can tell you. Do not let them control the match. You want to put a fire under their ass. So that's the gist of I guess some survival tips that I can give as a survivor. Sum it all up: mobility, speed run the match, have escape tools, utilize crouching, and just kind of utilize your environment and stuff too. You'll take some practice, you'll get better at it. You'll take some L's in the beginning, but I promise you'll get better at surviving, and the game will be a lot more fun. Trust me. With that though, I hope you learned something here. Any other any other skill combinations, tips, more veterans want to give in the comments, by all means, go ahead. Like the video, subscribe, all that jazz. Follow my Twitch. That's where all the gameplays come from. You know the stuff. If this helped you, I'm glad. Anyways, I'm gonna head on out of here. I'll see y'all out there in the temporal stream rift, whatever the hell we keep getting sucked into. Peace.